Hey guys, Scott from PlayYourCourt.com. Today we're going to go over should you serve or should you return. All right guys, so today we're talking about the age-old question, I've won the toss, should I serve or should I return? And there's a lot more that goes into this than you might think. I know a lot of us are coached, hey, you've got a great serve, serve is the advantage, you always want to start the match serving if you have the opportunity. There's a little bit more to think about than just that, and that's what I want to cover today. The first piece I want to cover is nervousness in how comfortable you are in the first game of the match. I know for me personally, I usually elect to receive because it takes me a little while to settle into a match. My game largely revolves around holding serve, and I know that if I come out there in that first game, it's the most nervous I'm going to be and probably the most likely for me to get broken than any other game in the match. So if you're like me and you're a little bit nervous in that first game, it might be a very good reason to allow your opponent to serve first. The other logic behind this exact same decision is maybe your opponent's feeling nervous, and by forcing them to serve, it might be your best chance all match to break them. If I'm playing somebody that's a really big server, I'm getting double benefit here. One, I'm taking the pressure off of myself in that first game, allowing myself to relax, putting it on my opponent who I know is going to have an easy time serving throughout the match, and maybe getting that quick break that would be harder to get later on in the set. So that's situation number one. Think about your nerves. Think about how comfortable you are holding serve in that first game right out of the gates. The other thing that I want you guys to think about is sunlight. If you're playing outside, particularly around noon, 1 o'clock, the sun can play a huge impact in how easy it is for you to hold serve. So here's what I want you to think about. A lot of players don't realize that when you win the toss, you actually have three choices. You can choose whether you want to serve or return, you can choose which side you want to be on, but you also have the option to defer to your opponent and force them to choose. There's a reason this would be a great idea, and sunlight is that reason. If I know in a match that all I care about is holding serve, then I want to put myself on the shady side of the court where it is the easiest to hold serve as many times as possible. So what can happen if I win the toss and say I'm going to elect to serve, my opponent could say, okay, great, I'm going to take the shady side. That first game, I'm serving into the sun, not the start that I want. So what I would recommend, unless you're super comfortable serving into the sun, is when you win the toss and you're playing outside around that 12, 1 o'clock time frame, and you're worried about serving into the sun, let your opponent choose what they want to do. If they choose that they want to serve first, then you have an option. You can decide, do I want to put the pressure on them, put them in the sunny side for that first service game, knowing that I also will have to follow that up serving in the sun, or do I care more about protecting my serve and making sure I'm in the shade? Maybe I'll let them serve in the shady side, and then I'll have the same treatment when we switch sides for my first service game. So just keep these things in mind, guys. It's not always a guarantee. Even if you've got a great serve or if you've got a great return that you should pick one or the other. There's a lot of other factors at play. So keep these things in mind to make sure that you're making the correct decision when deciding whether to serve or return. Hopefully this video helps. Obviously this video is for players of all skill levels, but when you start getting into technique, into specific strategies, obviously your skill level plays a huge role in how we coach you, which is why we created the Play Your Court community. Click the button of the link below. If you jump inside the community, we ask you a couple of questions to make sure we understand your specific skill level and then give you the custom video coaching that you need based on what you've got going on. Not only that, we even pair you with evenly matched players in your area for practice and for matches to make sure you get all the reps that you need to improve your game. Just click the button or the link below and we'll do the rest.